How are we doing today, guys? My name is Zach, this is Zbizzle Gaming, and this is going to be part 2 to how to create a YouTube channel. And on this video today, we're going to show you how to create a simplistic logo to get that channel going. You now have your brandable name, you now have everything going, you're now ready to go ahead and get a logo going. So you're going to want to go ahead and start a new file. You want to do 500 by 500 on the pixel and height, and leave it transparent as background if that's what you would like. And for the layers, I do like to just go ahead and start adding a few layers in here so that I don't have to add them later on. So we're going to go ahead and do that now. And then we're going to go ahead and start off by adding the first background, which is going to be a white grunge that I have selected. And let me go grab that off of my thumbnails. It should be right here on white grunge. Yes, it is. And we're going to want to shift, hold on the corner, and get it to cover the whole space, and however you like it positioned, go ahead and double click and place it there. And if you want to do a little bit more and you want to go ahead and add another layer and you want to go ahead add another background on top of it, maybe something like this. And I know you may be saying it's covering right now, but over here you're going to go ahead and go to the opacity, turn it down to right about 50. And it's 62. Maybe we can go a little bit farther down, can't we, guys? So, yep, 56, and then we're going to turn that fill down just a little bit. So that gives that little bit of opaqueness to it, I think. Is that how you would say it? So we're going to shift click on both of these, and we're going to merge these layers together. Now on layer 3, you can go ahead and select your text. Go ahead and put that there, and I'm just going to go ahead and do one letter for right now. We're not going to do a whole on name, font, everything like that. We're going to go ahead and just do one letter. And we're going to customize this letter a little bit. So let's go ahead and Control T for the transform, Shift, rotate it a little bit. I don't know, maybe I don't need to shift on that rotation because we're going to do about 9 degrees right there. That looks about right, guys. So we're going to go ahead and leave that there. And it's starting to look good, so we're going to go ahead and throw some blending options on here. Maybe you want to throw some drop shadow on it. Maybe we want to go ahead and throw inner glow to it and see what we can do on this inner glow. Maybe like a black inner glow. I don't know, you can't really tell. So we're gonna go ahead and just OK that. And on layer 4, we're gonna grab the ellipse tool and we're gonna go ahead and make a little circle around. I know right here it doesn't look symmetrical or anything like that, so we're gonna go ahead and move this over here. You want to go ahead and edit. Go back to. We're gonna go ahead and step backwards. Step backwards one more time and grab that ellipse tool one more time. Set it up over here, and up here you want to change the fill to right here to where it's clear, and then you want to add a stroke on there. You can add the stroke as heavy or as thin as you want it. I'm going to go ahead and put it up to right about 20, right about 22. So let's go ahead and add 22 on there. And for the line, you can do something like that, or we're just going to go with a standard line and change color to white to match with the lettering. So at that point, we just want to make sure that our height and pixels and everything on here are the same. So 356, guys, not 354. What am I doing there? So we're going to go ahead and place it, and voila! Now it's behind the image. To change the size or anything, we can just Control T and Shift, and we're keeping the size dimension that we want on it. So liking how that's looking, guys. So let's pull that behind the lettering after we place it. Pull that behind the lettering, and then we're going to want to go ahead and throw something on there. Maybe throw a little drop shadow behind it, a little bevel contour to get a little more in there, and maybe an inner shadow to go around. How are we feeling about that right now, guys? And we throw that in the background. We're going to throw the Z that's up front. Maybe we want to right there, or do we want to throw it a little bit bigger or a little bit smaller? Let's see what we can do with this. If we make it smaller, I'm going to go ahead and look like that inside the circle, which I do prefer that, even though this Z and this lettering is kind of awkward. So, I mean, maybe if we wanted to change the Z, we could. So go ahead and highlight it and see what the other textures and of these fonts do to the letter. Maybe something else looks a little bit different. Okay, that Z right there, I actually like that kind of like doodle version of it. Oh, that looks cool. That definitely looks cool. That looks like something Zbizzle would have. So we're gonna go ahead and get to this, and we're gonna maybe change color on it. Maybe, I don't know about that. We're gonna go ahead and head over to the blending options. Let's throw a gradient on it actually. Oh, not liking that gradient too much. No. Go over to the linear, maybe radial, and we're gonna add different little angle out there. We're gonna scale it out a little bit more. Always just play around with the angle, see what you like, guys. See right here at 130, covers almost all of it, and gradient style we can actually change this quite a bit, make it something that we prefer. Like, look at that, I like that C right there. I don't know about you, but that looks like something I can work. So we're gonna go ahead and save that, and then maybe if you wanted to add a little logo, maybe something up in the corners or up in the top hand, you can always go ahead and file, place, and if you wanted to place an icon or something along those lines, you can always find those online or on your hard drive if you have them downloaded. And say you wanted to add a YouTube logo up in the corner, I'm just going to go ahead and scale that down, put it up in the corner, and then put it right up there. And whoop, see, it doesn't mess with anything on the logo side. And if you wanted to get a little bit more creative and say you wanted them to follow you on a Twitter base, then you can go ahead and add that Twitter logo or icon wherever it is. It's going to be right here on mine. And I'm going to try to scale these to about the same size, and without being too perfect about it. So you can do that. Go ahead and accept that. If you wanted to do a little blending option, maybe throw a small drop shadow on there. If you throw a drop shadow, that's what it would look like right there. On the shadow, you can always pull the distance closer if you're not wanting such a large shadow, and you can always turn the opacity up, down, however you feel, suiting your needs. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn that opacity up. I'm gonna move over to this one, and we're gonna go ahead and throw a small drop shadow on this one as well. And some of these may be kind of repetitive about what you step, but this is what is used to create a logo. Most of them are all repetitive steps, and once you get used to it, they do come quickly, rather quickly, I shall say, guys. And if you wanted to add small text up in that corner hand, I know you don't have to, but if you wanted to, I would always suggest adding another layer for that. So we're going to go ahead and Shift Control N, new layer, Shift Control N for one more new layer. We're going to pull those to the top, pull both of those to the top, get a text symbol here. We're going to go ahead and put, that text is huge, guys. That's definitely not going to fit. So you can definitely do that, or you can, if you wanted to do 10, and you wanted to put Z. Oh, yeah, 10's definitely not going to fit either, guys. Try something like 30. Oh, there we go. And you wanted to do, say, Zbizzle gaming up top, following on that right beside the YouTube up here. And then if you wanted to do it down there as well, I could definitely do that as well. I can just kind of duplicate this because it is the same thing. So just grabbing it, pulling it down. And at this point, you can always maybe throw a bevel on there if you wanted to look a little bit different. Some contour to get that little behind the scene pop so you can kind of read it. Because right now it's kind of just fading, kind of faint, just kind of hides along with the texture. And then right there, I'm going to say that's going to be the logo that we're going to go with, and this is going to be the small tutorial on how to create a basic logo. If there's anything more you'll like to see, any harder, like more aggressive type logos, or any logos that take a large amount of graphical time, I can go ahead and do a summary of those and show y'all in depth how to do a more a harder design for a logo, guys. So this is going ahead and be Zach. I'm gonna go ahead and sign out today. Thank y'all for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for the future updates, like the video, and go ahead and share with your family and friends. Go ahead and follow me on Twitter, follow on social media, on every bit of social media from YouTube and on. Y'all have a wonderful evening, guys.